Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot Ed, and today we have in front of you our next review, which is Transformers Legacy Armada Universe Starscream. So Armada Universe Starscream is a Voyager. We're going to look at the details real quick. And basically he comes with two weapons. Now what normally would be a sword weapon that would pop off of his wing is now just one single piece. And then of course you get this little tiny star saber, which from here will go, ooh, dropped it. Which from here, that's gonna go with Hotshot. All right, and that's basically what the weapon looks like. And of course you get the jet mode here. And from the underside, it's pretty clean. Not too much hollow parts there. If you want to take a gander at that, here's another gander at that from the bottom. Looks pretty nice. Here from the top, you get to see the cockpit. It's not clear. You see the guns, and yes, the guns do rotate. And they do rotate even further, but there are no Armada Minicon ports on this figure whatsoever. So even if you had Mirage, you're not going to get this to work unless you peg it onto this. Hasbro, we got to talk about that. So, you know, just to put it out there, and I'm not going to dwell on it, he should have been able to integrate with Mirage, I think, or at least one. It could have been compatible, at least to fit somewhere, just to say, hey, even though it doesn't have the mechanical gimmicks that the Minicon would provide, at least we would have something to say, okay, you know, this is where it goes. So that's basically the jet mode in a nutshell. We can look at the front here. It's got the yellow here on the top. It's actually pretty nice. You know, these are the arms, the legs kind of do this thing, and they kind of fit together in the back. And even from the back, it is pretty decent. I dig it. I really like it. So we're going to put these to the side for a second and look at the box. And here is the box. And the box is a box. And of course, from the back, it tells you 18 steps to transform. Again, this is not evolution, so there's no evolution. And then finally, we have the lovely instructions, because my instruction aficionados will go crazy if they don't have instructions. So we're going to put that to the side. Next box to throw in the trash. Hiya! All right, so I'm going to talk about the jet. I'm going to compare it to the thrilling 30 Armada Starscream. Now, many of us, including, you know, I'm one of them. I'm going to tell you what I'm right and I'm wrong. Talked a lot of smack about this figure coming out. And I corrected myself. Is this better than this one? It has landing gear. Other than that, not really. You know, this wasn't a great figure. And I don't have the swords because the swords were clear and they would break. And I don't know where they are. And I don't really like looking for things that I didn't keep, you know, in a baggie like I do my other weapons. All right, we had to edit. I don't know what happened there. But anyway, this is the better of the two. I think the transformation is not that great. And I'm not doing transformations on screen, but I still think that this is better than this. You know, it's just better. Every conceivable way. It doesn't have these weird miscally weapons. But the thing that's, you know, the only shining thing is that it did have the 5mm Minicon ports. So you could put Minicons on him if you wanted to. But being as he was smaller, you just wouldn't work. It would have been worked better with him, even though he's not quite as big as I think Starscream is like a mega class or something like that. But this one just looks better. This looks more like if you had like the Micron Legend version or the Japanese version of this, or even the original, which I don't have. You know, and it's not that much bigger than each other. You know, they just have stark differences and everything like that. So not going to do much comparisons here. I didn't bring much with me. We're going to have him transform, and then we'll go over the review, articulation, stuff that I like, don't like, and then we'll do final thoughts. We're back 2 and 2. All right, and we're back by YouTube magic. And basically we have Armada Starscream in his robot mode. So we have the weapons in his hand. He can do that, and well, that happens sometimes. But you can do the whole, crossing swords. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. He's got some good articulation, range of motion. Arms go out to here. Of course, if you fold the wings back and slide the arms out here, you can slide them out. You can kind of get like more of a pivot there. You get the rotation. It does do a 360. Elbow joint. Everything that you can ask for is there. Leg articulation. Leg goes out to here. Leg goes out to there. Feet swivel. Leg goes behind. It is kind of hindered by the weapons in the back. Now, does have a waist rotation, but if you want full waist rotation, you're gonna have to lift this up, and you can lift that up, and that'll give you the full. And lift this up just a little, and that'll give you full 360 if you want that. It's kind of like catch-22 because some of the parts will have to kind of loosen up, especially at the cockpit area in the front. Now from the back here, when you lift this up, you can lift this back down so you don't have like the gaping hole right there, and I commend them for that. That is beautiful. You mad all you want, I like it. Will this turn that funky color? Yes, I can see it under the light. Can he Van Damme? Well, he can Van Damme, but he's gonna have his mirrors in the way. That's nice deep red color, and then of course the head moves side to side, up and down, all that good stuff, and you can see it there. And we'll get a close-up of the head sculpt. Let's move everything out the way. Let's just bring it, and we'll bring the brightness down just a tad. You can see the face right there. All right, so we're good. Good, better, back to 4.5, and then under the spotlight here. So we're gonna do some quick comparisons here. Oh, now the weapons do deploy. No spring-loaded action, but you can do this. And yes, the weapons can have blushing if you want. So basically, these are your guns. So you can do that, and that's pretty cool. Now, comparatively to a few of the figures we have here on deck, we have Armada Hotshot here, which looks so weird. But you see him there, and we're going to give him the sword. And yeah, because it looks better on him than it does on the other guys. So as you can see there, you can see that they have the weapons look better here, and you get a nice good comparison shot. All right, we're back by YouTube Magic, and we're going to show off this comparison between the Thrilling 30 generations Armada Starscream, and you can see the differences right here. I mean, the height, of course, the size, and just the way that the weapons are on the back. Like, these weapons are more in line with the original figure, while these were something different, and I'm not going to shoot them because they'll just fly off into space. But they had these little rods here that held some missiles inside, and you just kind of, flick them off. And of course, you can bring them down. Now, unfortunately, because of the way that they did the mechanism, he doesn't have the extending guns, which, was really weird to me. But this one has it. And like I said before, with the multiple ways that you can store them, to be quite honest with you, I think this one is much better. But it still suffers from the same issue that this one suffered from as far as the feet. Like, their feet are kind of like just this weirdness, that's all. But once you get it all posed up, he does look good. So yeah, that's the comparison between those two right there, as you can see. And they do, like I said, this is better, right? This is good, this is better. All right, one more comparison, and we're going to do our final thoughts. All right, and final thoughts. And I am impressed with this figure. Overall, I think it's a fantastic figure. This third-party crown that I had for the Siege Seekers fits on his head pretty good. But of course, you have to, not have the weapons deployed. But it's still a cool look overall. Overall, I think they did a good job. There's not it's some things I don't like, and mainly that's not having those ports, molded in on the plastic, because that would have been nice. Because I don't have Mirage, but I do have a red version of the Sky Boom shield, which does come with a different repaint of Mirage. It's a little different in the transformation, but it would have worked just to show off some type of gimmick look. The arms that slide out are weird to me, but overall, it's not a lot of hollowness. It's still light, but just not a lot of hollowness. As you can see when you turn around, it's not any gaping holes, and they did a good job with that. Still has a little bit of the same issue with the feet on like how the original one does, but I love the way that the weapons deploy a lot better. Like I said before, because the way it's designed, because he's not quite as large as the original Armada Starscream, is really hard to put the Mirage figure here to make it look like they're deployed. But it would have been nice just to have something like, on the original where you could put it on the side of the arm. And you do need, if you want to have it remotely attached, you're going to need the, Star Saber weapon to put here. And then you can attach it there, which I already gave that to Hotshot. So this is a great figure. Get it, because like I said before, Armada is going to be really big. When they come out with that Armada, Commander Class Armada Optimus Prime, that is, like I said before, that's a throwback for people who started with Transformers. A lot of people that started with that series as Transformers. Some RID, but a lot with Armada. So you're going to see a lot of nostalgia throwbacks from people of that era who were young. This is their first, version of Transformers. Starscream is one of the most iconic characters. There's a ton of repaints we can get from this. We can get the Thundercracker, aka Micron Legend Starscream S, when he turns blue. The power up. We call it Power Links Thundercracker. There's the Sky Warp with the remolded head, and there was also Ramjet. So we definitely are probably going to get, at least all three Seekers from this. We might even get Ramjet, Thrust, and Dirge from this, and it's possible. They can do that. It's their toy. I think overall, this is better, and this is going to fit well when we get the Commander Class Optimus Prime. So I like the figure. I'm sorry what I said about the figure in the past. I take it all back. I think it's a great figure. I love this version of Starscream. More iconic than even when he becomes the kind of ghost-like figure in Energon. Even when he becomes the giant Starscream with the crown on his head in Cybertron Galaxy Force, I still like the Armada version. And also, I'm going to do a video about the Micron Legend animation versus the Armada animation. It's a huge difference in that, and because it was hand-drawn animation. So yeah, this Starscream, if you're a fan of Armada, you should get it. If not, you can pass on it if you want, if you're just super G1 purist, but I like this version. So yeah, I like it. So this is Super Robot Head, bringing you more news and reviews. Until then, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.